Welcome to Sema 2019 and welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben. Today we're here hanging out at the AMSOIL booth. I'll be here all day for about 10 hours. So if you're here visiting in town, definitely stop over, say hi, and happy to show you all the lube and give you all the details on it. But we're also next to Toyota, which I think the theme seems to be something with these little race cars. I don't even know what those things are. No, I think it's a Supra. I better know what that is. Jeez, I don't want to get in trouble by all the Toyota fans, but that's the new Supra. Really cool car. So that's the Scoop. And I'm going to take you on a little walk around. We're about 40 minutes till showtime. The very first day. Today is Tuesday, November 5th. And we're going to be having a great show. So if you're in the area, let me know. If you want to do any collab videos, if there's any YouTubers out there, come on over, let me know. I'll be here and happy to do a video with you. So they have a lot of different aftermarket stuff. So Sema is Specialty Equipment Manufacturers Association or Market Association. It might be market, but that's what Sema stands for, Specialty Equipment Market Association. And it's that time of year where everyone gets to show off what they're packing. Some people are packing big wheels. Some are packing, racetrack stuff, coil over suspension, and basically just everything for a car that you can modify, upgrade it, make it better. Right here we have racing clutches, clutch packs, super high power clutches, and those are for racing. I believe these are, what is this? Oh, no, it's a regular manual. All right. But there's a lot of different things like, the slap shifters or whatever, where you just go up and down, sequential shifting. We got Willwood, one of the biggest rotor companies. All the sales guys are doing all their morning speeches. And in about probably 30 minutes, there's going to be the introduction. They're going to go over at Toyota, and they're going to start that off where they do that. We're going to do our unveiling of our AMSOIL truck at 9:30 this morning. So if you want to see him take off the cover on the truck, definitely stop over.
That one?
We have some neat colors here. Wow, look at this. Look at that. Some cool classic cars. And this, wow, look at that. That's a orange if you ever saw one. Wow. Superleggera. That's my pronunciation. Superleggera. And now we got a classic Corvette, Restomod. Tons and tons of Restomods here. It's amazing how many Restomods there are everywhere, and the money that goes into these cars just blow your mind. 50, 100,000 bucks just scratching the surface on a lot of these vehicles. It takes a lot of heart, a lot of guts to even go there. I couldn't even think about it myself, but some people love that stuff. Also, if you're new to the channel and you're just checking it out, definitely give it a thumbs up. Also, tap the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You'll be able to come back and watch a lot of really good videos later where I talk about protecting vehicles, how to get them to run smoother, get better gas mileage. That's what we do on this channel. So you can take any of these vehicles and you can make them run a whole lot better than the way they came stock. Just by changing the fluids. That's the motor oil, the transmission fluid, the brake fluid, the power steering fluid, the radiator coolant. You can change it all and you won't even recognize the way the car runs. And I demonstrate that on a bunch of vehicles on the channel. We got some carbon ceramics, Bentley, BBBBB. These are probably, I would say, 3650 to 5650, something like that. Specialty Equipment Market Association. Sema. All right. I thought I had that wrong in the first part, but ooh, nice two-piece. Look at that. Look at that. Bling, bling, bling. Wing, wing, bling, bling. All right, we're coming around to Hyundai. Believe it or not, Hyundai actually has a presence here, so that's cute. You gotta soak it up. I think they're showing their gas mileage or something. Look at this. Look at those wheels. Look at those wheels. Hyundai's got their own NASCAR. Isn't that adorable? Hyundai product. Racing Challenge. for Hyundai, racing is a challenge. Now coming on over, wow, got some retro, super righteous aftermarket stuff, like dashboards, all kinds of stuff like that. Bel Air, your classic Bel Air everyone loves. We got a monster stack. Let's see what other goodies we try to get you guys the good meat and potatoes of everything. Let's see, American Icon. Got a big engine down there. So yeah, if you're just checking out the channel, lately we've been doing a lot of different videos on my 59 Cadillac, so definitely check that out. I'll put a little link to that right here and also put it down in the description section. So we did all the engine flush on my 59 Cadillac. We're going to show how it's going to get better gas mileage, how it runs better, optimizing it, and all the lubricants in it. We put in a 10W40 premium protection, high zinc and phosphorus. That puts a thicker film between the flat tappets, and it makes the engine run a lot smoother, much quieter. And AMSOIL is actually 100% synthetic. And a lot of people don't know that the other oils are all synthetic blends. So like your Mobile One, your Pennzoil Ultra Platinum, they're all a synthetic blend, and they're not 100% synthetic. And that's what creates the film strength. The higher the film strength, you have a lot more protection, you have less heat, and you have less wear on your pistons and cams. And that's what makes AMSOIL such a big deal. And AMSOIL is the first in synthetics in 1972, and that's when it all began. The founder, Al Amatuzio, started it. He was a pilot, and he said, why don't we use 100% synthetic from aircraft and put it in these engines right here? Why don't we stick it into some bow tie power? So this is what I love. I love bow tie power. That's my favorite. I like GM. I have a Cadillac, 59 Cadillac. So I love all the classic power. Now this is my all-time favorite unit. Here we go, see if you can guess it. And here it is. This is my favorite package, could you say, for an engine. There it is, the LSX 454. This is a small block configuration. They make about 500 wheel on pump gas. So when you take this engine and you put it on a classic car, you're gonna make about 500 wheel horsepower. So that's what you'll make at the crank with no fan blades, no differential, no transmission, no regular water pump. You know, if you put an electronic water pump on it, you can get more wheel horsepower. But with this bad boy right here, I can lift this sucker up. This thing weighs, I would say this weighs probably like 300 pounds, something like that, if it's the aluminum block. Some of them are cast iron, which is going to be a lot heavier. It's about a 90-pound difference, but the aluminum block weighs the same as a flat six Porsche engine. So a little teeny weeny, like I think it's a 3.4 liter engine. I have a friend, Scott Mann, he does Renegade hybrids, and he actually talks about swapping these engines out, and they lose about 5 pounds or 10 pounds or something like that. So you can actually put this engine in a Porsche and it'll be the same exact weight. Just to kind of give you a reference of how small this engine is. I mean, look how, just a little teeny weeny Mickey Mouse engine. That's it. Here are the heads on it. And these aren't even ported smooth. I mean, there's still rough edges. So I mean, you have to figure this doesn't even have perfectly ported heads. And this thing's making 600 crank on 93 octane, I think. Where's the octane? Where's the octane? I don't see where it is, but I think that's 93. So you got to figure you port and polish the heads on this, and you know, little subtleties here and there. You're talking almost 700 crank horsepower. So that's like 620, 600 wheel horsepower with that teeny weeny engine. So that's the 454 LSX. We got a whole lot of other engines. The classic engine is the LS3 for the money. There's the LS7. It's a very popular engine, but it's not most cost effective. So I think they want like 10 or 12,000 bucks for this. The best one for the money is the LS3. Let me see where that is. I'll show you that. Where's the LS3? Just sit here, think this is it. There it is. There's the LS3. So you can get an LS3 for, you know, I think they're like $5,900 with a rebate. So not even $6,000, and you have about 450 horsepower. So that's the most cost-effective engine. Of course, we got to go on to our mid-engine Stingray. That's right, it's here. There she is, all dialed in. I'm gonna come over here, 2020 Stingray. And this has basically the LS3 engine, but it's modified, which is the new LT2. They upgraded it. It has probably better heads, flows a little bit better, makes a little bit more power. But it's basically the same exact thing as the C7. This one is a little bit longer. I looked up the specs on it. I think it's about 3-4 inches longer than the other Stingray. And then of course it's mid-engine and all that. And it'll be interesting to get out and rip on it a little bit, shred around, see how it power slides. You know, to me, if a car doesn't have a lot of feel, it's just numb. You know, it's like a dead fish. You don't want that. You don't want a dead fish. But hopefully it's not, so we'll see. Of course. Lots of great Chevy guys down here. They'll tell you all about how good the bow tie is. Bow tie power. We got the, what is this, the C8. That would be the C8 race car, I suppose. C8R. And now on to some flashy colors. We got Porsche colors. They say Porsche, its known substitutes. Well, the substitutes for a Porsche is right here for about a third of the money. There it is. There's the known substitute. LT3.
Well, obviously, don't know.
What is the nuts on this? How much does this cost? It doesn't say. It's probably like 88,000, I guess. You know, they say they're like there's 50 or 60, but they're not. By the time you do a couple upgrades on them, they're all 80,000 bucks. So don't let anybody fool you. But there's that color, the two-tone seats. Looks good. All the new advanced display and all that stuff like that. The floors look pretty small. I don't know if I can open this thing. Is it open? No, it's locked. It's locked. Got lots of great people. Lots of great people here. And you know they're good people. It takes a people person to know people. So I don't even know where I was going with that. People. That's all I'm gonna see here the next 4 days here, so it's interesting. What else do we have that's really cool here? We got some all-terrain vehicles. We'll get out of the race car stuff. We'll go to some all-terrain stuff. Got all the new Chevy Performance Baja trucks like a Raptor. So that's their new big deal truck. No turbo. Looks like it's all NA, 6.2 liter. Detuned a little bit from the Stingray engine. 10-speed automatic. Looks pretty good. So that looks like a really good setup. We got the 2500 HD. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
What's the word of the day today?
HD.
HD, I like it. I love the color, burgundy color. 2500 HD, heavy duty. That's your in-between kind of diesel truck if you're not loading up the bed with lots of weight. If you're putting a lot of weight in the bed, you'd get a 35 or 4500 truck. Heavier springs. Speaking of springs, boom, coil overs right there. There's your coil overs. So this helps a lot with handling. These guys are real big in handling performance, spring rates. So depending on how heavy your car is, you dial it all in. You got your sway bars. I did adjustable sway bars on my Corvette, which made a huge difference. And you'd be surprised what a good set of sway bars can do to your vehicle. Really help put that inside tire down. And the more you keep that inside tire down in a turn, you have more grip, more control, and better turn in, really good feel. So we're still swinging around. Got blue pint, we got American aluminum castings, lots of really cool aftermarket stuff. All right, let's see what else we got. Cranks, look at that. Look at that. Look at that jewelry. Some beautiful jewelry. Beautiful pistons. Valve springs. So this is some of the stuff we'll end up doing, I'm sure, on the 59 Cadillac that I did the engine flush on the channel. On my 59 Cadillac, we did the transmission fluid. We're going to be going back through it again. Probably going to be doing some better push rods. These are different push rods, and the oil actually goes through the tip of that. I don't know if you can see that, but you actually have oiling through there. And these components are all protected by lube, the oil that circulates through your engine. So when you run low on oil, you get metal on metal contact. You wear out the chain, you wear out the crank. This is the crank, and you wear out the cam. There should be a cam here somewhere. So important to have good quality hardware and also have the lube to keep everything separated. Such an important thing. We got valves. So you got all your different valve sizes. This is a metal valve here. They say you burn your valves, or you have valves where you have carbon on them. So the carbon actually sits usually on the back side of a valve, like right here. So if you use the AMSOIL PI Performance Improver cleaner, that'll clean that off. You want to keep your valves clean, and that way when they open and close, they seat and they seal the cylinder off better, and you have better compression, more horsepower, better gas mileage. So important to keep this stuff clean, of course. And now we're on to rear diffs. Now we're going to go tap some rear differentials. Here we go. We're tapping the works. So here we go. Here's some rear end gears. You got all your different ratio. 373 is very popular. All the way 409, 411 is like a drag ratio for high acceleration. Even higher for like towing, stuff like that. A bed on a truck or something like that. And so important to keep a good film between these pieces of metal. And the only thing that goes in between those is gear lube, like AMSOIL Severe Gear 75W90. That's the most popular, and that's 100% synthetic gear lube. And that's actually what Bobby Unser used to run in his hill climb car. Bobby Unser, I think 11-time Pikes Peak champion. Bobby Unser is a 3-time Indy 500 winner. He used the gear lube, and he used it in his rear differential because there's a lot of heat, a lot of stress, and what that does is it actually shreds the metal, and it like has metallic flake. And when you actually run the better gear lube, you lower your temperatures. And to speak of that, there's a really cool video that is on that. It's called Banks Performance. So check out the YouTube channel Banks. You'll see a guy, Gale Banks. He's a industry leader expert on all different things. He specialized a lot of turbo diesels, and he also gets into all different things with that. But the video I was going to say was his differential video. So he actually shows how his new Banks Ram Air diff cover actually keeps your heat down on your rear end gears, your bearings. So your rear differential will last exponentially longer. Your gear lube will last longer, because for every 18 degrees cooler your fluids run, they oxidize at half the rate. So the breakdown of oil is exponential. So as your gear lube breaks down, it gets thicker. It actually loses its film strength. And then the thing that can occur if you don't change it, it's called thermal runaway. And thermal runaway is this scientific kind of dynamic where your rear diff's getting hotter, the oil gets to 300 degrees, and then the oil actually burns. And as it burns, it actually gets thicker, and the film between the metal starts to go away, and you get metal on metal. It gets hotter and hotter, your bearing comes apart, and then your whole rear differential shot. So you want to keep the best lube in your rear differential to keep it protected, keep it running smooth, and boom, we're back to another one. Here we are, we're back to another drive shaft and gear differential unit. That's what the gear lube goes in and around, the teeth. And that's that. I think that's your bearings in there, clutch packs, all different types of stuff. Here's another cutaway, which is really good, showing all that. So when you have a differential, that gear lube's going to circulate through all these parts, components, clutch packs, and it's so important to have a good film between there. And that's the only thing you got to protect your diff is that film. And if that film is a synthetic blend, it's going to be okay. If it's 100% synthetic like AMSOIL, it's going to be the best. So it's up to you. If you want something okay in your car or you want the best, it's entirely up to you, but that's the deal with that. So if you're just getting to the channel or you're new to the channel, definitely give it a thumbs up. That helps out my channel. Also subscribe, tap the notification bell, and we're going to be doing more live videos here at Sema. We're going to be getting into some of the AMSOIL products later, where I'm going to give an entire rundown on them. And also we are going to be doing another walk around, and then I have a playlist that I'm going to put at the end of this video where we're working on my 1959 Cadillac DeVille. We're doing all the engine on it, the transmission, the differential, how to keep them protected with AMSOIL so you get the best gas mileage and you have the smoothest operation. And that really means a lot for you checking out my channel. Also, if you want to try AMSOIL products, in the description I have my link, and my link will get you 25% off. It'll also get you free shipping on any order $100 or more as a preferred customer, and it's like a wholesale account, and that's the best way to get AMSOIL. So a lot of people always ask me, Eben, what the heck? How do I get this stuff? I can't find it anywhere. You know, AMSOIL, no one sells AMSOIL. It's impossible to find. Well, you don't have to find it. It's right here. Just go to the description section. You can click on my link, and you can go ahead and try it out. Let me know if you get a chance to try it. I'd love to hear it. And I'm on Facebook and Instagames. You can look me up, Eben Rockmaker on Instagame. Also Synthetic Oil Protection, where we talk about lube and how to protect your vehicles. And oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at those wires. Look at those spark plug wires and headers. Beautiful. You could say it's gutted, huh? You could actually say it's gutted. I don't think you have to worry about, I don't think you can gut a car more than that. Can you gut a car more than that? It's got no windows on it. It's got nothing. It's completely gutted. So there you go. Get the weight down, get more horsepower, and that's how you go faster, right? There you go. It's completely gutted. All right, so now we're moving on. So yeah, so all the movement's going on. I'm gonna get headed back to the AMSOIL booth. I want to make sure I'm there for showtime. Let me check what time it is here. What time is it here? It's 8:45. Wow, we got another 15 minutes. Man. Let's see what else we got. What else? Ooh. The Ford GT40. Wow. Or what is that? The Ford GT. The new one's the Ford GT. That's the GT40. 40 inches high. So that's the height of the vehicle. 40 inches high. And at least that's what they say. There's a really cool guy that drives a car similar to that. It's called the Bad GT on YouTube, and I think he went 303 or something like that, 303 miles an hour. So that's a modified car, but it's such a cool little mid-engine car. I love the Ford GT. If I could have a Ford product, and I tell people this, if it weren't for Ford product, 1/3 of all mechanics garages in the whole US and Canada wouldn't even exist. I take that back. And the whole world, if it weren't for Ford product, 1/3 of the garages wouldn't even exist. I mean, amazing. So thanks Ford for making what you make, and we're able to work on the cars more and build them, fix them, rebuild them, fix them, rebuild them, rebuild them, rebuild them, rebuild them, rebuild them, rebuild them, and there you go. So that's the thing. And I was fortunate enough to have the experience. I actually used to sell Ford product, and I had heartaches. You know, they say, you know, business and pleasure, you got to separate them, or this or that. Or I tell you what, selling Ford products scared the hell out of me. I changed for life. I had butterflies when people came back to the dealership. When I finished stuff up, I just never felt so afraid. Never felt so afraid. So Yeah, selling Ford product was an experience, so I can talk from experience. Yeah, Ford product. Oh my God. God. Oh my God, there it is. Ford product. There it is. So you say, what's Ford product? It's EcoBoost this, EcoBoost that. What they do is they take a teeny weeny turbo, about this big, and they make it stuff a bunch of hot air in an engine, like the hot air I'm talking right now. It's all hot air, and basically that's the deal. So there the Expedition is. I see these things everywhere. The vehicles look great. I mean, I think the Raptor looks good. They're all great looking vehicles, but I've never felt so awkward selling Ford product. And right now I'm selling it right now again. I got to get out of here. Jeez. I better get out of here. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh my God. Jeez. It's like Nam flashbacks. The bombs are going off. People come back. Hey, Eben, I bought a car from you about a month ago. Can I just had to get a rental car today. I'm like, well, rental car for what? You just got a new car. Oh, well, they're just gonna go ahead and fix this. And my drive shaft is wobbling. And I'm like, oh my God. It's so terrible to hear that. Can I get you a cup of coffee? And they're like, oh, I already got a cup of coffee. And you know, then they leave. And then 6 minutes later, someone comes up from behind me and they tap me on the shoulder. Hey, Eben, remember you sold me that Ford Escape the other day? And I go, yeah, I remember that. And then they go, well, it's getting 13 miles a gallon, and they're checking out the computer on it. And then, oh my God, they went on a 220 mile trip and they spent like 18 gallons of gas or 17 gallons on like 193 miles. I think they went 193 miles and it was like 13 mile a gallon, or I can't remember. I was ashamed. I was like, oh my God, I never felt like that. The Cobra, on to the Cobra. Boom, GP1. I don't even know what that is. Win to race, race to win. Looks like a really good oil. High performance, high zinc, all your good additives for punch and power. And now we're shooting on down. Got lots of great people. Howdy, howdy. Got all the GoPro goers and YouTube lubers and this and that and those and these, and it goes on and on. We got to mention this one before we wrap it up. Bilstein German Engineering. They say when you're from Germany, how many Germans does it take to screw in a lit bulb? None. They are perfectly engineered. So, German Engineering, right here. Manufactions, boom. I will show you German product. This here is German. This gyps is a German Jeep. Right here, Warren Elite winch.
There it is. Hey, which way should I go, Daryl?
This front bar right here is strong for pushing through things. If you went through it, you wouldn't feel anything. These shocks are so strong, you can drive over a house and not know. So would not feel, wouldn't know. So the gyps Rubicon, oh my gosh, oh, it's wobbly. Excuse me, I will have to tighten that up. That is my min sticks. This back tire is so strong, you could Dukes a hazard this vehicle from 100 feet in the air. And the shocks tire intact. This spare tire, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely perfect. The old joke, if you could be somewhere, where would you be with new comedy? Germany. So that's that. But I did have those Bilstein shocks on my Corvette, and I tell you what, they're amazing. Those shocks are killer. So they really do a heck of a good job. What else? We got Pro Charger. I drove a Pro Charge car, and it just really, I don't know, the belt was slipping and stuff like that. I just really don't like supercharged cars. I don't know why. It's terrible. But there they are. There's Pro Charger. They sell these things like hotcakes. You stick on the bling bling underneath there. They say it only adds like 66 pounds. And look, you can make up to 1,000 wheel. Look at that. 1,000 wheel. Beautiful. 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 Coming on over. We got lots of good stuff. I'm trying to show you guys all the goodies here so you can see the best of the best. Come on over. You know what? That's really nice there. That's pretty nice. I got to give it to them. That color is really something. I mean, look at that. Is this yours?
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't be polishing it for somebody else.
That is unbelievable. And
yeah,
this
I
is
worked hard to get this thing. I went inside, outside with the color, to make sure the sun, the way it hits the clouds. This stuff looks great. This car looks great, inside and outside.
What year is it?
57 Chevy.
57 Chevy.
Bel Air.
Beautiful Bel Air. And this is a convertible, so it goes back. Wow. I just got a 59 Cadillac. It's my first classic car. So I'm doing the engine flush on my YouTube channel. Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. That's awesome. Have a beautiful show day. I'll be back around. Good seeing you guys. Look at that back hockey puck. Look at that. Look at that. That is a killer. I love the Chevy Bel Airs. Lots of good friend of mine in the Corvette Club. Lots of guys in town here in Vegas have lots of Chevy Bel Airs. So there's tons of them everywhere. And I couldn't do a car that everyone had. So I got a 59 Cadillac. And it's good because I don't have to see my car really anywhere around town. So it's just like you drive all these cars, you kind of get to a point where you don't want to see your car somewhere else. When I had my C5 Corvette, it was a nice car. It was a 24-hour Le Mans edition, but you see C5 Corvettes everywhere. You're going to be seeing C7 Stingrays everywhere soon. I mean, the C8 mid-engine Stingray. You're going to see those everywhere. So it's like, it's not really about the money. It's just, it's neat to have something unique and have something fun. And, for me, for where I'm at, I think the old is kind of the new. Yeah, the McLaren and all these cars are really great, but some of the old classic cars that you just don't see anymore because the old timers don't take them out. They just don't drive them. So if you have a classic car like that, you drive it every day. It's neat to have something that you just don't see. So it's cool. There's so many different cars you can choose from. Speaking of classic cars, right here. So let's see what time it is. We're getting real close. We're about 4 minutes to showtime. So I'm going to navigate safely back to the AMSOIL booth, and we're going to kick off Sema strong. So if you're out and about, you want to come over, I'll have a promotion for you. If you want to stop over to the booth, I'll be happy to entertain you a little bit, maybe show you a little magic trick. If you're here at Sema, if you're a YouTuber, come on over. Happy to do a collab video with you, and if I can help you out at all, give me a call. Happy to help you with your car and on any type of lubricant, stuff like that. If you're new to the channel, check it out. Thursday Night Live, 6:30 p.m. Every single Thursday. A master mechanic friend of mine, Jeff Lockett, he will be on the channel, and he'll be there to answer all your questions. And I'll also be there to talk about lube. So we'll be doing all that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little playlist right here. And we're coming around the corner. Got to show you the AMSOIL booth one more time before we wrap it up. And we will. Oh, Garrett Turbo. There's a big one. Garrett Turbo. Magnuson Superchargers is huge. That's a monster. We're coming on down. Got some pretty bitchin' classic cars. Wanted to show you these. That's pretty cool. And we're headed back down to AMSOIL. I'll show you where I'm going to be. Right next to the Sema booth, or right next to the Toyota booth. That's the best way to put it. And we're going. Oh, we got another one I got to share with you. We got Corsa Performance. Corsa and Borla are like the two best aftermarket exhaust for stainless setups. So a lot of people like stainless. I guess it doesn't rust and stuff like that, but they say it cracks. So that would be interesting to know what's the best, but you got to weigh it out. I think a 1,000,000-mile warranty is pretty good. That's what they do on a lot of these, but here's Corsa Performance. Corsa. There's the booth. Now Corsa's getting into intakes, and they have headers and exhaust. Wow, look at that. Look at those rotors. Beautiful. That bling is just amazing. Amazing. So, we're coming up on the booth where I'll be. Right here is AMSOIL. If you're here at Sema, stop on by. And there they are, the Easy Squeeze packs. The new Easy Pack. What is it, 9 of them, I think? Yep, all 9 of them. So you name it, no matter what transmission fluid you got, they have it for your car pretty much. And I'll be right here. This will be my sweet spot. We got Toyota right here. So this is all of Toyota. And they're gonna let you simulate what it's like to be a race car driver in a cute little teeny, what is it called? The Supra. All right. And then we're gonna be tearing off the tape here in a second. About a half hour, we're gonna be ripping off the AMSOIL truck. We're gonna be doing the unveiling. Boom, 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 and boom. So I will be right here at Toyota. Toyota's back here, AMSOIL's here, and this is the setup. Here's the setup. Here's all the gear lube. You'll see me talking about lube for hours. And right there's the channel. And there's my info. If you want to contact me, you can give me a call. If you're a YouTuber, we'll get together, do a collab video. And here are some of the products. We'll be getting into that later. Boom, boom, boom. Transmission. Da 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 da. And ba 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 ba. All right. We'll see you here. Cheers. Give you a little cheers. Here's some PI cleaner. To the best fuel injection cleaner on the market.
In addition to one of our cars.
Cheers to protection.
And Lucy, I don't know if you met her. Okay, she might come for a little bit today, but she's going to be good. But anyway, so if none of us are here,